Hi everyone, Yasas Kekalo Sirsata to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. Today I'm going to show you how I make risogalo, which is the Greek version of rice pudding. This is a classic recipe. It's traditional, it's delicious, it's so easy to make, so you can whip this up either the day before you're serving it if you like to serve it chilled, or you can do it right before you serve it if you like to serve this warm. My daughter loves to eat this warm. I also love a big warm bowl of rice pudding. It's just so comforting and delicious. Let me show you how I make it. We're going to begin with 3/4 of a cup or 150 grams of arborio rice. It's going to go into the saucepan with a little pinch of salt, and I'm going to begin with 2 cups of water. I always end up adding more while it's cooking on the stove top because the rice does tend to absorb all of the water, and I like to cook the rice until it's really soft. So I know the recipe says for 2 cups, but we're going to go with 4 cups from the beginning, and I'll adjust it on the written recipe. This is going to go on the stove top and come to a boil. As soon as it comes to a boil, reduce the heat to a medium low and let this cook for about 20 or 25 minutes until the water has fully absorbed and the rice is nice and soft. If the water absorbs a little faster, you can always add more. So that way the rice gets nice and soft, like we said in the beginning, and it doesn't burn. So feel free to add more water. You can just cook it a little bit longer so that the water evaporates if you've accidentally added too much. Next, we're going to add 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, 4 cups of whole milk, 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, and we're just going to mix this all up and bring it back to the stove top. Again, once it comes to a boil, we're going to reduce the heat to a medium low and let it cook for another 20 or 25 minutes. The rice is going to soften up even more. It'll thicken this into a custard, and make sure that you stay over the stove top at this point. You don't move away, and you keep stirring every few minutes because rice does like to sink down to the bottom and starts to stick. So keep mixing it. It's going to get nice and thick, but not that thick. That's why I like to go in with a little bit of cornstarch at the end. So I'm going to combine 2 tablespoons of cornstarch with 3 to 4 tablespoons of water, cold water always. Whisk that all together and then add it into the pot right after the 25 minutes have passed of the milk cooking down a little bit. And then after 3 or 4 minutes, you're going to see that it's going to thicken up a little bit more and it's going to become more silky and creamy. Keep mixing, like I said, turn the heat off, and then add 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. We're going to take this off of the heat. If you want to make it a little more floral, you can also go in with some rose water. A tablespoon or 2 of rose water for some freshness would be really nice in this. It's totally up to you. Orange blossom water is also really nice. I'm going to keep it with just the vanilla and mix it all up. This is the thickness that we're looking for. It's going to thicken even more as it sits and it cools. And then you can transfer it into a big bowl or into little cups or trifle cups. I love to serve this in little teacups, so that's what I'm going to do today. Fill some teacups with the rice pudding all the way up to the top, of course. I like to finish it off with some ground cinnamon. It's very classic and traditional. And then the remaining rice pudding is just going to be served family style in this big bowl, which I could probably eat by myself. You're going to let this cool completely. Of course, it does taste delicious warm too. My daughter loves to eat this warm. She's waiting for me to give her a cup of this. But you can cool this in the fridge and let it sit there and chill really well, and then serve it cold, or you can serve it warm or at room temperature. It's totally up to you, but I'm going to chill a little bit and then also taste it and make sure it's good, but it's ready to serve. And there you have it. The risogalo is ready. It's so good. I love to put a generous serving of cinnamon on top of this. You can switch the flavors up by adding some rose water to this, orange blossom water. Cardamom is really nice in it, but I love it simple with just vanilla and a little bit of cinnamon on top. It takes me back to my childhood and it's so good. But of course, you can also cook some raisins into this, especially if you're making it in the fall. Sprinkle some walnuts or pistachios on top. I'll put all of the options on the blog post so you can test out your favorite version of this. You just saw how simple it is to make. The ingredients are very basic ones that we have in our pantry, especially if you cook my recipes. I try to use the same ingredients in just different dishes to make things easy and affordable as well. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. Let's do the taste test. This is one of my favorite desserts. I don't know about you guys, but pudding desserts are the best. Like, vanilla pudding, rice pudding, of course. Anything that's creamy and made with milk, count me in. I'm gonna have at least 2 of those. So good. It's creamy. You can still taste the texture of the rice, which is what's very traditional about Greek rice pudding. The rice doesn't fully melt into the custard, which keeps it a little bit hearty. And again, anything that brings me back to my childhood makes me so happy. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. You can print it out on the blog, dimitrasdishes.com. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'll see you all next time. Yes, us.